Hi, I am Javier Carpio and I will talk about solar energy. Solar energy is quite simply the energy produced directly by the sun and collected elsewhere, normally the earth. The sun creates its energy through the thermonuclear process that converts about billions tons of hydrogen to helium every second. The process creates heat and electromagnetic radiation to heat remains in the sun and the instrumental in maintaining the thermonuclear reaction. The electromagnetic radiation include visible light, infrared light, and ultraviolet radiation streams out into space in all directions. Due to nature of solar energy, two components are required to have functional solar energy generator. These two components are collected and a storage unit. The collector simply collects the radiation and falls on in converts a fraction of it to other forms of energy, either electricity and heat or heat alone. The storage unit is required because the non-constant nature is solar energy. At certain times, only a very small amount of radiation will be received. At night or during heavy cloud cover, for example, the amount of energy produced by the collector will be quite small. The storage unit can hold the excess energy produced during the periods and maximum productivity and release it when the productivity drops. In practice, a backup power supply is usually added to for the situations when the amount of energy required greater than both what is being produced and what is stored in the container. Methods of collecting and storing solar energy vary depending on the uses planning on the solar generator. In general, there is three types of collectors and many forms of storage units. The three types of collectors are flat plate collectors, focusing collectors, and passive collectors. Flat plate collectors are the more commonly used type of collector today. There are a rise of solar panels arranged in a simple plane. They can be a nearly any size and have an output that is directly related to a few variables include size, phasing, and clean lines. These variables all affect the amount of radiation that falls of the collector. Often these collector panels have a mounted machinery that keeps them facing the sun. The additional energy they take in due to the correction of facing more than compensates for the energy needs to drive the extra machinery. An example of this is this calculator that have the respective collector in this place. Um, this collector recharges the battery, and the functionality of this calculator will will be retraced. Focusing collectors are essential the flat plane collectors with optical devices arranged to maximize the radiation falling of the focus of the collector. These are currently used only in a few scattered areas. Solar furnaces are examples of this type of collector. Although they can produce far greater amounts of energy at a single point that the flat plane collectors can, they lose some of the radiation that the flat plane panels do not. Radiation reflected off the ground will be used by flat plane panels, but usually will be ignored by focusing collectors. In snow-covered regions, this reflected radiation can be significant.